Which jobs have the most psychopaths?
Somewhere around 1 to 4% of the general population, but in some industries, they represent over 20%. If you thought they'd be busy
Managers. No. It's got to be like CEOs. Has the most. Streamers? Streamers probably has a pretty high rate of psychopaths, sure. Streamers, maybe social media in general. But I think like CEOs, CIA, yeah, like a lot of jobs that need like no empathy, where you just like fire people, kill people, and not care, like
working in dark alleyways or cutting people up in basements or chainsawing pretty young girls so you'd be safe in your smelly little office cubicle. You're wrong.
Blackjack dealers. Blackjack dealers. 7 card 21. Good luck next time. Reshuffle the cards. You flip a fucking 2 queens. 2 queens, perfect pair. You didn't bet it. 20, I'll stand. You go. They're flipping a 6. They flip 6, 5, 10, 21. Bet again. You got an ace, 8, 19. Stand. They flip a 4, or they have a 4. They flip 4, 3, 4, 11. Flip a 5. You go, oh shit, they got 16. Another 5, 21. Sorry, good. Better luck next time. Better luck next time.
They're far more likely to be in corner offices on live TV or running for re-election. Because while some careers reward empathy and compassion, others reward manipulation, power, and control. Let's quickly understand what a psychopath is and then dive into jobs that attract the most psychopaths.
Making meme coins.
That's in the modern world. Psychopaths aren't just like the villains in movies. More often than not, they're high-functioning professionals living right next to us. Psychopathy is defined using the Hare psychopathy checklist, and it splits psycho traits into 2 major categories. We've got interpersonal and emotional traits, and we've got behavioral traits. Psychopaths have a major lack of empathy, absolutely no remorse, they're pathological liars, they're superficially charming, and they'll manipulate you in any way they can. They're also highly impulsive, thrill-seeking, irresponsible, often highly ambitious, and chronic rule breakers. In practical terms, a psychopath can fully understand what they're doing is harmful, they just don't care. Neuroscience studies back this up too, showing they're simply built different. Their amygdala, which processes empathy and fear, runs on low power mode. You put that kind of person into the workplace and what happens? You suddenly have a predator in an environment built for cooperation. They play office...
Well, they would still experience fear in some way, right? I never knew that psychopaths have a lower level of empathy and fear. But could you have the reverse? Like, who's the guy that climbs those towers? You know what I'm talking about. He free climbs towers in cities. What's that guy's name? Alex Honnold. Is Alex Honnold a psychopath? I don't know. Alex Honnold is a thrill seeker that has a low level of fear, but that doesn't mean that he has low empathy. He might just have like a fear disorder.
It's politics like it's life or death. They see colleagues as stepping stones, and they climb the ladder fast because they'll do things normal people simply won't. As Professor Babiak's research shows, certain careers act like magnets for psychopaths because they offer exactly what these people are looking for.
Dude, I can't escape Anton Chigurh. I'm serious. Ever since I've watched No Country for Old Men, I see Anton Chigurh every single day. Every single day, I see Anton Chigurh. He's like the most popular figure in my day-to-day life.
For status, power, and the...
Who is that? This guy. Anton Chigurh is a character in No Country for Old Men. He's a psychopath.
Because they offer exactly what these people are looking for. Status, power, and the ability to control others. So,
yeah, it's usually like higher power positions. That's why like CEOs are a higher percentage of psychopaths. They're not 80%. It's just like there's a higher... If psychopaths are 1 to 4% of the population, that's what he was saying. Like CEOs might be 20. 20% of CEOs are psychopaths. There's a higher concentration.
Are they? Psychopaths thrive in systems that reward the worst parts of them. So give them status, power, competition, and the ability to manipulate people, and they'll rise.
Well, control and leadership as well. Like, psychopaths are not inherently bad people if they control the bad aspects of their personalities, right? Like, that's one thing that needs to be said. Like, when you think of the term psychopath, you think of, like, serial killers and fucking American Psycho. Like, the average psychopath is a pretty normal guy. Like, he might be a dickhead CEO, but you're not in your head going, he's a psychopath. You're going, he's just kind of an asshole rich guy. Like, he's just like a dude on the street, you know? Like, I think we're, like, mapping it up as these psychopaths need power and control. It's like, no, realistically, they kind of just, like, control employees, push out other competition, step on people, low ball competition, right? Like, they do day-to-day shit that, like, feeds that, but it's not like, oh, they need to fire someone every day and fucking stomp out small businesses to have feeling.
To the top. We're going to dive into the 10 careers where you can statistically find the most amount of psychopaths. These rankings come from psychologist Dr. Kevin Dutton's
Number 1, plumbers.
research into psychopathy in the work.
Just some random fucking job. I feel like if we're going through 10 of them, there's going to be one that I'm like, oh, really? Oh, really? Ooh, police officers. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, police officers, cops. There's probably a higher percentage.
Place. If you'd like to read about it, check out his book, The Wisdom of Psychopaths, or watch his podcast with Chris Williamson. Now let's dive into the list. Do you want to take a guess at what number 10 is? 3 seconds. Ready?
Okay, well, see, here's I'm pausing. Because number 10, like, I think I could guess jobs that are on the list. I think CEO's number 1. But, like, number 10, something that has, like, fractionally more psychopaths. Managers. Not a CEO. A manager. A manager of a local McDonald's. He's a power-hungry psychopath. He loves making you clock into your 9 to 5. He gives you the days that you don't want to work. He makes you come in.
You guessed it, priests and
That would have been the last guess. That would have been the last guess, right, priests?
religious leaders. Just kidding. They're actually number 8 on the list.
Oh, fucking hell. What the Number 8 is priests? What?
We'll be diving into them a little later. First up, we've got civil servants. More specifically,
Really?
we're talking about those roles where they're like the fake police. Parking ticket officer, welfare case manager.
Just fiending on that fucking power, man. Oh, you're fucking 6 inches too close to a fire hydrant. Ticket.
Some fat, miserable, blue-haired bitch at the DMV.
Whoa.
That kind of role. Why do psychopaths like these roles? Supposedly 3 reasons.
Whoa,
1,
settle down.
rule-based power. So authority is baked into the job. 2, low transparency. Everything's hidden behind
Side note, side conversation. That was a little crazy. I saw somebody say that in my Walking Dead playthrough, I'm like overly sexist and I use the term bitch too much. When when I use the term bitch, I don't mean women, right? I just say I use the term bitch in the same way that I use the term dick, right? So it's like, when I say that, I don't want you to think, oh, I'm calling somebody a bitch because they're women. I'm just saying that you're being a bitch, right? You're being a bitch. You're being a dick, right? I use them interchangeably.
bureaucratic curtains. And 3, diffused responsibility. No single person is blamable. These guys get to inflict hardship while experiencing 0 emotional discomfort
Or I'll go, bitch. They say somebody says something crazy. Bitch.
because policy provides the moral cover. I'm not denying you.
I gotta rewind.
No single person is blamable. These guys get to inflict hardship while experiencing 0 emotional discomfort because policy...
Oh, you're here for a new ID? Do you have your 6 points? Ooh, that's only 5. Well, I drove 30 minutes to get you. Ooh, you're gonna need your birth certificate. Sorry.
provides the moral
Adrenaline coursing through their body.
cover. I'm not denying you healthcare. The system is denying you healthcare. Dr. Kevin Dutton describes this category as everyday authoritarianism. People who...
No, the DMV is really a dystopia. The DMV is like gray. They have those shitty hospital lights. It's just like 3 TV screens with like B22. Like you're playing bingo, but you're just sitting in a fucking shitty plastic chair waiting for your name to be called.
enjoy enforcing structure, not because it helps society, but because it gives them dominance. In other words, psychopathy thrives in organizations where human suffering becomes just procedure. Anyways, on to number 9, which might surprise you quite a bit. Chefs. Not only are they idiot sandwich
Head chefs. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay. I think Gordon Ramsay puts it on for show, though. But that's not that surprising. I feel like civil servants surprise me more than chefs. Yeah, that's not that crazy.
they are psychopaths.
My dad's a chef. Okay, but you got to keep in mind this video means the highest percentage of psychopaths. Just because your dad's a chef doesn't mean he's a psychopath. It just means there's like, 8% of chefs are psychopaths. which is higher than the average population.
Psychopathic idiot sandwiches. Kitchen culture is brutal. High stress, long hours, sharp knives,
Ooh, the bear.
fire everywhere. Chefs operate in an environment where perfection is expected and mistakes are punished instantly and aggressively. What kind of personality thrives in that kind of environment? The kind who doesn't crack under pressure, who can bark orders without caring who they offend. Someone who sees people as tools to get the dish out fast. I'm not saying Gordon Ramsay's a psychopath, but maybe his mentor Marco Pierre White might be.
No, I didn't make Gordon Ramsay cry. He made himself cry.
And now on to number 8. Priests and
I didn't make him cry, he made himself cry. Wow, holy term.
religious leaders. In theory, these guys should be the most empathetic and compassionate in society, and a lot of them are. But research shows psychopathy often thrives wherever there's power without oversight, automatic trust, and access.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have expected to say priests and religious leaders, but it's not shocking that a small percentage or a higher percentage of priests are psychopaths. Because it's like, if you're a priest, you could use your power in the worst possible way. Like, you have a following of people that, like, beckon to your call. Like, they literally follow you. Obviously, they follow God, but follow God through your word. Like, they go to your church. They listen to you preach. Like, you can mind meld them to whatever you want.
To vulnerable people, and religious roles often provide all three. Kevin Dutton's pointed out that spiritual authority can often become psychological authority, and some individuals exploit that. Honestly, if you want the perfect example of a crazy psychopath within religion, look no further than Kenneth Copeland.
Oh my God, that motherfucker, dude. Well, the jet was so cheap, I had to buy it. Don't you say that to me, you devil worshiper. Oh my God. It's like, dude, you own like fucking 9 mansions. What happened to being like frugal? You know, what happened to, it's like he literally preaches the exact opposite of what he practices. That's the thing, though. It's like, even though I'm not religious, I feel like me as a non-religious person and religious people all agree that like televangelists that just make millions of dollars and spend it on anything are like literally practicing the exact opposite of what they're saying. It's like so weird. Like, have you seen that one televangelist brag about his mansion he was preaching and he was bragging about his mansion for like 5 minutes. He's just like, yeah, I got like 9 bedrooms. And he's like, I say it's like my humble abode. He like calls it some weird term. It's like the house of dreams. I'm like, why are you calling it that? It's so weird.
COVID-19!
COVID-19!
Net worth in the hundreds of millions of dollars, straight up demonic eyes,
That video is so creepy.
and supposedly spends disaster relief funds on repairs to his own private jet.
It's easier for a camel to go through the eye of the needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
Well, see you in hell, Kenny boy. Now on to number 7, the idiots we have running our countries, politicians. Surprised?
No, not at all. I think that's like the most obvious one.
Yeah, me neither. If you take the traits of a psychopath, manipulation, charm, deceit, total lack of empathy, power, status, and zero accountability, and then you build a job description around it, you'd end up with Member of Parliament. In my video about Congress, we touched on how a massive part of their job is campaigning. Well, campaigning is basically just straight up manipulation. You lie to win affection, you make promises
Every politician, bro. I'm gonna do this. They don't do that.
you'll never keep.
I'm going to do that. Are you tired of this? Yes. Well, I'll change it. They don't change it.
You convince people that you alone can fix the mess you
They
helped
don't change
create. Remember when Trump said he was going to release the Epstein files no matter what, and it was a massive part of his campaign? How'd that one work out for us? In a 2014 study out of Oxford, nearly 1 in 8 politicians displayed clinically significant psychopathic traits. In the general population,
Wow.
it's somewhere between 1 in 100 to 1 in 25. In
I feel like it's higher in politicians, but it's like a toss of a coin, man. It's like so hard. Like, they're like, using the thing again, they're like mimics, right? Like a psychopath in like a political area is just mimicking everyone else, but you have no idea whether or not they actually have emotions. Like, they're just acting like they do.
politics, it's 1 in 8.
Because there are, like, it's impossible to say all politicians are shitty, because there are good politicians. I just think a lot of politicians that get into power end up being psychopaths because they're the most successful.
Perhaps power doesn't actually corrupt. Maybe it attracts the already corrupted. Now on to number 6, media and TV personalities. Fake, 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 fake. They're all playing characters. And it
Yeah, they're playing characters, but are they psychopaths? I don't know. Like, I don't think Jimmy Fallon's a psychopath. I think if you look at, like, old videos of Jimmy Fallon, he's just, like, wholesome. I think now he's, like, annoyingly happy. And it's like, you tell him about anything, he's like, oh, really? Oh, really? It rained the other day. Oh, wow. Really? It's just like, okay, man. It's... Like, he has the worst job ever. I like, actually being Jimmy Fallon and having to act like you love every story and every person is just, like, painstakingly shitty. Like, I can't get over that. You watch a Jimmy Fallon interview, he's like, oh my God. So me and my friend went to McDonald's the other day. And how was it? You have me on my toes here. You have me on my toes here. Was it great? Was it great? What'd you get? Oh, a Big Mac? Was it the big arch? Did you like it? It's just, dude, I just can't.
works because they're so emotionally detached, they really couldn't give a shit. See, when you're rewarded for attention rather than accuracy...
Oh, do you think rappers would make the list? I don't know. I feel like you have to be, like, emotionally in touch to be a rapper. Like, in some way. Even if you're demented, it's like you have emotions. King Von? Yeah, but King Von... Yeah, but King Von had emotions. I think he was, like... a very aggressive individual. But psychopaths can be aggressive. They just don't have empathy.
Empathy becomes a major liability. Television rewards narcissism. Do I care more about the truth of the matter or about what will cause more outrage and get more clicks? Kevin Dutton said it best. Psychopaths are social predators who charm, manipulate, and ruthlessly plow their way through life. So naturally, when you put these people behind a camera, they don't debate, they hunt. Take Jordan Peterson's interview with this bitch whose name I couldn't be bothered learning. He went there under the guise of having a friendly, cordial discussion about his new book. She ends up trying to tear him a new asshole, very unsuccessfully might I add, and saying to him minutes before going live, this will be quite the war. Sick, twisted, attention-hungry people. The more outrage they cause, the more views, and the more views, the more validation for people who feel nothing inside. Speaking of what's on the inside, number 5 is actually surgeons, the superheroes of the psychopaths. You need to realize, throughout medical school, these guys are trained to no longer view the human body as a person's body. They need to view it more like a machine. Different systems, different parts.
I don't know. Could you say that, like, are surgeons psychopaths? Or, yeah, they probably have a higher level of psychopaths for sure, and it's also, like, a high level of, you know, success and money that comes with it. So I get people going into that field for the monetary gain versus, like, you know, caring about saving lives. But I also feel like some surgeons that aren't psychopaths might test higher on low empathy ratings just because they've become numb to the job. Like, if you've seen 500 people die on a fucking operating table, like, at some point it means nothing. Like, the weight becomes less.
That's all. The people who do this the best, the ones who can completely emotionally detach. Just think about what these guys do on a regular basis. Slicing through skin, cutting through bone, operating on young children. And when it's all over, no crying, no celebrating, just moving on to the next patient. And one of the major attractions for those with psychopathic traits, you're basically playing God. Mix intelligence, status, and control over life and death, you're practically writing a love letter to psychopathy. As Kevin Dutton notes, psychopaths aren't all killers. Some of them are saviors. They just so happen to save you.
Dude, I can't imagine having to do, like, open heart surgery, man. I kind of feel like it might actually be better you have a psychopath doing that. Like, somebody that's just so robotic. Like, I couldn't have some, because it's, like, lower heart rate, not as stressed out, better, you know? Versus a guy that's like, oh, fuck, what if this kid dies? You know? Like, they just need to be, like, you can't have, your thoughts need to be fully just on the operation rather than, like, oh, this is so sad, you know? Like, oh, God, what if I mess up? Like, you can't get, you got to just be in the zone.
With the same level of empathy they'd use to fix a car. But hey.
I'd be scared to EpiPen myself. Nah, I could EpiPen myself. I think I could do, like, okay, I'm not saying I think I could do surgery. I think if I had to be a surgeon, I'd be able to do, like, knee surgery. I have knee surgery next Thursday. Some shit like that. But, like, I couldn't do, like, brain surgery. Something that could kill you. Fuck no.
Thank God for surgeons. One group of psychos I definitely don't thank God for: salespeople. Psychopaths love sales. It's the perfect storm of manipulation, charm, and reward. They mirror your tone, your body language, your beliefs, all to build trust they don't actually feel. It's just a game to them. They read you like a player at a poker table. They find your weakness, they exploit it, and they smile with a shit-eating grin while doing it. And once they close the deal, that dopamine hit isn't from helping you, it's from beating you. And the scary part is, they're good. Really good. They're expert social...
Some of them are, well, yeah, no, I think psychopaths are probably good salesmen. You ever see like you ever talk to a really shitty salesman before at like a car dealership or some shit? You're just like, yeah, this ain't for you, man. Could even be like a store, like a regular, like wherever they're working on commission, not a car necessarily, but like you're at like a supplement store or somewhere where they're like pitching you something and you're like, man, this is not for you. You are way too fucking awkward. You could tell when they're good at it when they're like, hey, how you doing? And they like kind of force it onto you in a sense where it's like, hey, do you want help with any? No, it's just like, hey, I see. What are you here for? Oh, protein? What kind of protein are you looking for? Actually, I was just wondering, like, what are your like goals in this? And they just start like, they open the door to that conversation.
Chameleons. They know
Insurance salesmen. Those guys are psychopaths.
Fake it till they make it. They combine their superficial charm with zero guilt or empathy, and the result is Jordan Belfort-like salespeople willing to say or do anything for their commission. Number 3 on the list are the people at least partly responsible for how
one of these is I think probably number 1 CEOs.
Up Western society has become in modern times. Media executives and journalists. If salespeople manipulate individuals, these pricks manipulate entire populations. The news industry used to be about truth. Now it's about
Twitter account holders.
Engagement. And engagement doesn't come from accuracy, it comes from outrage. Psychopaths love outrage. Remember, psychopaths have no empathy, no remorse, no guilt. They're pathological liars and they can be crazy ambitious. So in a world where attention is currency, they're willing to say or do anything to control.
Like propaganda pages. Like if you work for like a news media outlet that just spews shit.
Your attention. Behind every breaking story is someone doing psychological calculus. How do we make people angry enough to click, scared enough to share, outraged enough to stay tuned? These people don't report the news anymore. They engineer it. And psychos love this kind of ecosystem because they don't have to pretend about caring for who gets hurt, who's defamed, or who loses everything. They're social predators who manipulate without remorse. Number 2 is lawyers. If there was ever a profession built to reward
Never even thought about that. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Like a defense lawyer. My client didn't kill this person. He literally did. It's on a security CCTV. Well, that's not him.
It's this one. You get paid to argue, manipulate emotions, and twist the truth until it fits your client's version of reality. And Kevin Dutton's research supports it. Lawyers have one of the highest rates of psychopathy in the world. They put their work
criminal defense lawyer.
Under the guise of the pursuit of justice, and yet they'll gladly defend murderers, rapists, and child molesters. Now, yes, I understand.
Well, yeah, no, he's going to say, yeah, there's a chance that they're innocent, so it's like, not all of them are, but it's just like some cases that they take where it's like, dude, this guy's fucked.
In the argument, I'd rather defend a guilty person than have an innocent person sit in jail. I understand that everyone deserves legal representation to the best of their ability. But how?
No, I'm not blaming them for doing it, but I do understand why psychopaths are higher in that field.
How do some lawyers sleep at night knowing they've just defended a legitimate monster? Like, genuinely, how does the dream team...
That, or you could say the flip, where there's a lawyer that's prosecuting a guy that's like more seemingly innocent, and then they get him put away.
Who defended OJ sit there knowing their client is guilty as fuck and then just push that aside to get him acquitted. Pursuit of justice, my ass. It's the pursuit of winning. There's the thrill of deception, the allure of power and prestige, and permission to manipulate as long as you do it with...
Yeah, I have no idea what that fucking clip was, bro. That had nothing to do... Was that Speed? Who was that? It was like a WWE guy getting like fucking twerked on.
In the rules. And who wrote those rules? Other goddamn lawyers. Psychopaths write the rules for how psychopaths can defend...
That was Booker T. I couldn't see his face. Couldn't see his face. It was just all ass.
And other psychopaths. Amazing. Anyways, before diving into number 1, we've got a little bonus career where quite a few psychopaths are found. Want to take a guess? We'll say it together on 3.
CEOs.
1, 2, 3. Police officers. Now,
What? It's not. Oh wait, does CEO count as a job? I don't know if CEO is like CEO is just like you're a company owner of what? Cops are number 1.
depending on which list you read, this one sometimes ranks even higher than lawyers, which ain't exactly surprising. See, the job attracts people who crave structure, hierarchy, and control. But for some, that control turns into power.
Oh, this isn't top 1. This is a bonus.
Read, this one sometimes ranks even higher than lawyers, which ain't exactly surprising. See, the job attracts people who crave structure, hierarchy, and control. But for some, that control turns into power, and that power becomes pleasure. The badge gives authority, the uniform gives legitimacy, and the gun gives fear. Now, before the comment section turns into a war zone, no, not every cop is a psychopath. Many genuinely want to serve and protect, and thank God for them. I don't even want to imagine what society would be like without police. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If you have psychopathic traits, being a cop gives you a socially sanctioned way to act them out. You can intimidate, command, and control and still be applauded for it. Kevin Dutton calls it the mask of morality, when psychopathic behavior hides behind a noble mission. Speaking of which, that mask, especially in today's day and age, is often worn so much by the guys at number 1 on the list. CEOs.
Okay, I was gonna say it has to be.
To me, this one's straightforward as hell. You really think Peter Thiel is a normal human being? Then you've got those fake altruistic,
Oh, well, no, Peter Thiel knows about the Antichrist, so yeah, he has to be.
I'm just a good guy CEOs like Sam Altman. This guy's a 40-something-year-old tech founder from Silicon Valley, and yet he goes on the Joe Rogan Experience and acts like he doesn't know what kind of effect Coke has on people.
Is that something Coke makes people want to do? Seems to me like it just makes people like angry and chaotic.
That fake naivety
Yeah, they always act dumb. Why do they always act dumb? Whenever they do an interview, it's like they try to act really stupid to seem like they're more like humble than they are. Like that's like billionaires in general. They'll like hop on something. They'll be like, oh no, like what, what is, but not, they won't be like dumb in the sense of like, oh, how much is milk? They'll be like, oh really? I don't understand. What is that? Like the very basic concept everybody knows about. What do you mean? Oh, cocaine makes you more excited and like hyper? Oh, I've never done that.
That's
Bro, you're worth $1 billion. You're telling me you've never snorted coke before, buddy? Get out of here, pal. You're probably one of the only people that could get access straight to the fucking source. No fentanyl and that shit. I know you do it.
exactly what psychopaths do. They disarm
Literally dead ass. Like if you're a billionaire, you're like one of the only people that could get access to like 1970s cocaine. Like you could fucking go to Pablo Escobar himself and get him to give you some shit straight out of the mill.
you with sincerity they don't actually feel. It's all just a show to them. Studies have found that 1 in 5 corporate leaders show strong psychopathic traits.
He's in jail. Pablo Escobar's dead. You're talking about, oh my God, what is his name? Not El Mencho. El Mencho's also dead. Who's the guy in like a Colorado prison? El Chapo. Sorry, I was trying to look him up. Joaquin Guzman.
The same ratio as in prisons. Business at the highest level is war without bullets. You win by outsmarting, undercutting, or straight up swallowing the competition. And if you can do that without getting emotionally attached to people or consequences, you're rewarded with millions or even billions of dollars. The appeal to psychopaths is obvious. They're calm under pressure, can put on the fake charm when need be, they're utterly ruthless in negotiations, and they can fire a 1,000-person department without giving it a second's thought. And don't think you finance bros are off the hook. When psychologists collected this data, hedge fund managers and investment bankers were grouped in with the corporate execs. Superficial charm, inflated egos, no remorse, and manipulation to achieve their own ends. You're all little Patrick Batemans on the inside. So yeah, we like to think evil looks obvious. The serial killer, the dictator, the monster lurking in the dark. In reality, they're running...
The finance guy I talk to, bro, I love him. But I don't think he's a psychopath, but he's like cut and clean, bro. I talk to him, he'll ask me about like how my business is going, like social media in general. And he'll just be like, oh really, that's so interesting. like 30 times in a conversation. Oh really? Oh really? That's so interesting. Tell me more. And I'll be like, yo, there's no way you're actually caring about this.
Companies hosting talk shows, writing
Oh,
laws,
really? Oh, really? Every time in that exact tone.
and cutting people up in
I love him, though. He's so interesting. And when he says that, I giggle every time.
order to save their lives. Again, not everyone in these careers is a
Oh, really? That's fascinating.
psychopath, obviously. But I've got almost 100k subscribers now. The statistics say around 1,000 to 4,000 of you are straight up psychos. I still love you all. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And
Let's read the comments. How people make money is the name of the channel. As my cousin suggests some career options for me, and she said, wait, what? For me, and that jerk sent me this video. Oh my God. I almost misread that. Skipping words, not great. That's why I hang with engineers or blue collars in general. They just want to fix stuff. Bro's acting like every person in any category of that job is immediately a psychopath. It's like just a higher percentage. Politicians, medical field, it's full of them. Psychopaths are bred to run major corporations. Sheer lack of empathy that's required to lay off 5,000 people in a small town factory, go home later, sleep like a baby. Yeah. It's just shitty companies need to be it's shitty companies are ran that way. But it's like big tier companies, you need a guy that's just like, yeah, I'll do that.